evidence of citizen or domicile. Honorable Speaker, according to the Chapter 3 of the Constitution of Kenya, Section 12(1), every citizen is entitled to a Kenyan passport. Entitlement to passport is guaranteed under Kenya Citizen and Migration Act of 2011, Part 5. Honorable Speaker, Kenyan Citizen and Immigration Regulations 2012 stipulate the person entitled to hold diplomatic passports are stated in the third schedule as follows. Number 1, President and immediate family members. 2, Prime Minister and immediate family members. 3, Vice President, Deputy President and immediate family members. 4, Company Secretaries and spouses. 5, Secretary to the Cabinet and spouses. 6, Principal Secretaries and spouses. 7, Speakers of the National Assembly and the Senate and spouses. 8, Chief Justice and spouses. 9, Justice of Supreme Court and spouses or spouse. Justice of Court of Appeal and spouse or spouses. 11, Attorney General and spouses or spouse. Director of Public Prosecution and spouse or spouses. Solicitor General and spouses or spouse. Control of the budget and spouse or spouses. Auditor General or spouse or spouses. Governor of the Central Bank and spouse. Clerk of the National Assembly and spouse. Chief of the Kenya Defence Forces and spouse. Service Commander of the Kenyan Defence Forces and spouse. Director General of the National Intelligence and spouse. Inspector General of the National Police Service and spouse. County Governor and spouse. Aide de camp to the President, former President and spouse, former Vice President and spouse, and Foreign Service office, spouses and independent children below the age of 19. Third, Kenya Citizen and Immigration Regulations of 2012 gives power to the Cabinet Secretary where he considers necessary to authorize the issuance of diplomatic passport to a person who does not fall in any of the categories set out in the third schedule. Kenyan Citizen and Immigration 2012 states that holder of the diplomatic passport shall, upon ceasing to hold the office or having the status specified in the third schedule, surrender the diplomatic passport. Any passport that has not been surrendered in accordance with the paragraph 3 shall cease to be invalid. Honorable Speaker, the Director of Immigration Services recommends that amendment be made to the Kenya Citizen and Immigration Act of 2012 to provide for issuance of office or stock service passport to government officials and athletes who intend to travel to represent in various assignments and do not qualify for diplomatic passport. With those few remarks, I say thank you.